Welcome back to the GovCon Intel Briefing, produced by cybercloudai.tech. I'm Alex, and it's July 29th, 2026. We're here to give you the actionable intelligence you need to navigate the federal market. cybercloudai.tech helps small businesses and GovCon teams cut through the noise with expert cybersecurity, cloud, AI, and federal capture strategy, all without that Fortune 500 overhead.
And I'm Maya, ready to dive deep into today's signals. We've got a packed agenda, from immediate opportunities to strategic shifts, and what it all means for your capture efforts. Let's get this intel downloaded.
All right, Maya, let's kick things off with some near-term opportunities. First up, Federal News Network is highlighting how agents and automation drive warfighting readiness. They're calling these enterprise workflow applications readiness multipliers, not just administrative upgrades.
Exactly, Alex. This is huge for DoD. It's about operational efficiency directly impacting mission success. Think faster decision-making, predictive maintenance, automated logistics. For us in GovCon, this screams potential RFIs for AI-driven process automation, intelligent agents for data analysis, or RPA solutions tailored for the warfighter. We need to assess where our capabilities align with these readiness multiplier needs.
That's a solid point. And sticking with DoD, another Federal News Network piece notes that the DoD is looking for new ways to bring commercial innovation into national security. Scott Davis is quoted saying that Department of War has to rationalize which kind of business model are they more willing to accept. This sounds like a direct call for agile, innovative solutions from outside the traditional defense industrial base.
Absolutely. This theme is ramping up. DoD wants commercial tech without the slow acquisition cycles. For us, this means showcasing how our COTS solutions, especially in cyber, cloud, and AI, can be adapted or integrated rapidly. Are we packaging our offerings for quick deployment and immediate impact? Great signal to explore partnerships or directly approach DoD innovation hubs.
Shifting gears slightly, Federal News Network also reported on how coordinated cross-agency disaster relief can work with an assist from AI. With disasters increasing, agencies need to get creative with planning, preparation, response, and recovery.
This is a no-brainer for AI, Alex. AI-powered predictive analytics for weather, optimized resource allocation, interagency communication platforms, FISMA, DHS, HHS, they're all potential customers. We should be looking at how our AI solutions enhance situational awareness, streamline logistics, or automate damage assessment. This isn't just tech, it's about saving lives. Prime area for a capture thread.
Definitely. Now for something a bit more specific on the cyber front. FedScoop reported that the VA fails watchdog FISMA audit on IT security, but agency disagrees. An independent review found deficiencies in 7 areas, though the VA says many recommended actions are underway.
Oh, the classic "we're already working on it" response. But a failed FISMA audit is a huge red flag for the VA. This immediately signals a need for robust cybersecurity solutions, compliance support, and potentially independent validation services. Vulnerability assessments, pen testing, security architecture reviews, advanced threat detection. If you're in cyber, the VA just put out a flashing neon sign saying we need help. Understand their specific pain points and position your solutions. And finally, on the opportunity front, FedScoop also mentioned the Secret Service wants more AI robots for target practice. They're planning to award a contract later this year to expand their autonomous robotic training tools. This is fascinating, Alex. Not just target practice, but advanced realistic training environments. AI-powered robots simulate complex threats, adapt in real time, and provide invaluable data. For us, this could mean opportunities in AI development for robotic control, sensor integration, data analytics for training, or secure comms for autonomous systems. It's a niche, high-value area, showing AI's specific mission-critical applications. Assess if your AI or robotics partners could fit here.
Great insights, Maya. Moving on to agency and customer intelligence, these are signals that help us position ourselves for future capture. Mary Talk published an article titled "Agent AI Raises the Stakes for Federal Identity Governance." It highlights how autonomous software taking actions on behalf of users makes identity governance even more urgent.
This is critical, Alex. Agencies already struggle with IAM across hybrid environments. Now, Agent AI agents are retrieving data, calling APIs, performing actions autonomously. Without robust identity governance for these agents, you've got a massive attack surface. This means advanced IAM solutions, AI-driven anomaly detection for agent behavior, and comprehensive policy enforcement. We need to be talking to federal clients about how their IAM strategies are evolving to include AI entities.
Whew, that's a complex challenge. And speaking of challenges, Federal News Network reported that the House NDAA proposes major acquisition workforce reforms. Lawmakers are looking to change how DoD recruits, develops, evaluates, and manages its acquisition program.
This is a long game signal, but crucial. If the acquisition workforce itself is undergoing reform, the entire contracting landscape could shift. More efficient or perhaps more complex procurement processes. We need to track these reforms closely. How will it impact proposal requirements, contract types, or evaluation criteria? Understanding these internal shifts gives us a competitive edge.
Absolutely. And for something a bit more tactical, Defense Scoop reported that Marine commandos aim to automate armories with computer vision, other tech. MARSOC is teaming up with SOFORX and industry on this automated armory initiative.
This is a fantastic, specific need ripe for innovation. Computer vision for inventory, automated check-in, check-out, real-time asset tracking, efficiency and accountability. For companies with expertise in IoT, computer vision, secure data management, or robotics for logistics, this is a direct call to action. SOFORX is a great entry point. How can your tech solve these tangible operational problems for MARSOC?
And finally, a personnel change that could signal shifts at a major agency. FedScoop reported that Clark Minor is out as Health and Human Services IT chief, a relatively quick departure since February 2025.
CIO turnover is always big, especially at HHS. A new CIO often means new priorities, project reevaluation, and a shift in tech strategy. We need to monitor who steps into that role, their background, and initial statements. It's an opportunity to re-engage, introduce capabilities, and understand new strategic initiatives or pain points a new leader will prioritize. Refresh your account plans for HHS.
Thanks, Maya. Let's broaden our view a bit now to budget and market movement. GovExec recently put out a video discussing how a debt ceiling breach could mean the federal government decides not to pay any government employees. This is a recurring concern, but always worth monitoring.
Oh, the dreaded debt ceiling drama. It's like a bad reboot of a sci-fi movie, Alex. While it often gets resolved, the threat itself creates uncertainty. For GovCon, this means potential payment delays, project slowdowns, or halts on new awards. Keep an eye on cash flow, diversify your pipeline, and maintain strong relationships. Prudent planning is key.
Indeed.
On a more positive note, Federal News Network reported that the Senate confirms Jay Clayton as nation's intelligence director. He's the former SEC chairman and U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York. A new DNI means a new leader for the entire intelligence community. Not an immediate RFP dropped signal, but about strategic direction. Clayton's finance and law background could indicate a focus on financial intelligence, cybercrime, or data-driven analytical approaches across the IC. Watch his public statements for clues on where IC tech investments might head first, a significant watchlist item for long-term positioning. And finally, Federal News Network also reported that a union sues EEOC for halting work on federal class action complaints. AFGE argues the indefinite suspension violates federal law.
This is a specific legal and workforce issue, Alex. Not a direct tech opportunity, but a signal about potential internal turmoil or policy shifts within the EEOC. For GovCon, it might mean a slowdown in certain contracts related to human capital management or legal support. More broadly, internal agency disputes can impact operational efficiency and contracting priorities. Keep it on the watch list to understand the broader federal employment landscape.
All right, Maya, we've covered a lot of ground today. Let's distill this into 3 practical capture actions our listeners can take right now.
Absolutely, Alex. My first recommendation, based on those strong opportunity signals, is to proactively assess your capabilities against emerging AI and automation needs. We saw DoD's push for warfighting readiness multipliers, cross-agency disaster relief with AI, and the Secret Service's AI robots. If your company has AI, machine learning, or automation expertise, now is the time to map those solutions directly to these identified agency pain points. Don't wait for the RFP, start building relationships and shaping the conversation now.
That's excellent advice. My second action would be to deep dive into agency-specific intelligence for strategic positioning. We talked about the VA's FISMA audit failures, a direct call for cyber help. The MARSOC automated armories are a clear signal for computer vision and IoT. And the HHS CIO change means you need to refresh your account strategy for that agency. These are invitations to tailor your messaging and solutions to very specific customer needs and leadership shifts.
And for my third action, let's zoom out a bit. Monitor broader federal market and policy shifts for long-term strategic planning. The House NDAA acquisition workforce reforms could reshape how DoD buys. The agentic AI identity governance challenge is a looming cyber threat. Even the debt ceiling discussions, while often resolved, remind us to maintain financial resilience and flexible capture strategies. Staying informed on these macro trends helps you anticipate future requirements and pivot your offerings before the competition does. It's about playing chess, not checkers, in the GovCon space.
Fantastic, Maya. Those are 3 incredibly actionable steps for our listeners.
My pleasure, Alex. It's always a blast to dig into these signals.
And that wraps up another GovCon Intel briefing, produced by cybercloudai.tech. We hope this intelligence helps you sharpen your focus and accelerate your federal capture efforts. For more GovCon cybersecurity, cloud, AI, compliance, and capture support, visit us at www.cybercloudai.tech. We're here to help you succeed without the Fortune 500 price tag.
And don't forget, you can check out our other technology and GovCon podcasts by heading over to www.cybercloudai.tech/Spotify. There's always more intel to unpack.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.